Hello, beautiful souls. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to the Great Awakening. This is the end. There is no going back. That's right. You've already guessed it. The end of the third dimension, the end of the matrix, the end of the tyranny, the end of all of that which is holding us back in the fear. Haven't you felt the shift? Haven't you felt the energy that is right now available to us on planet Earth? This is a very exciting time to be alive. And if you haven't felt the shift yet, there's something that you need to know. There's something that's preventing you from experiencing this higher consciousness. Right now, we are all experiencing that shift right now, going from that third dimension, the fear, the mind, the worries, the uncontrollable emotions, the victim, going from that consumerism into that creator. You are that creator. You are that leader. You are the chosen one. You are a part of this great awakening. You are here to create the change. Now, as we go forward, yes, you'll notice a lot of the chaos, a lot of the craziness that's happening right now is because the old ways are gone. And I want all of you to know that is a very positive thing. We've been waiting for this for such a long time. People are trapped in the fear. People have been trapped in that darkness for so long. And these forces that have been keeping us there cannot handle it anymore. That's what this is all about. That's why you see this craziness happen on all levels. We can't be stopped. We just simply can't be stopped. The fifth dimension is here. Some people like to call it the age of Aquarius, the golden age. Okay, think about what that means. Think about how we are creating this new earth. All of this frustration, all these emotions, all this intense energy coming in right now is here to purge out the old third dimension. Think about how long this has been going on. Think about all of the horrible things that have been happening on this planet. From oil consumption to the slaughtering of innocent animals to the poor innocent children. Oh my gosh, I could go on and on about the tyranny and the chaos that's been caused by man. Now we have shifted out of that mindset. We've shifted into the heart, into the soul, into something so expansive that we are not going back. There is no going back. So this is my first explicit warning to all of you, because once you take this leap of faith, once you go into this fully centered in your heart, you cannot go back. You cannot go back to those old ways of the mind that were serving the mind. I want each of you to know that right now in 2020, this is going to be the most challenging year of your life. Guaranteed. There's no solution for that, only to recognize the truth. What's really going on? What's really causing you to be stuck? What is that limitation? What is that energy that has been pent up inside your body? What is that thing? What is that skeleton in your closet that you're not afraid to bring out? What is that thing that has been controlling your life? That's what this is about. That's what this energy is all about. We are cultivating the new earth. We are literally creating it right now as we speak. As we come together in this divine communion, we are shifting out of that fear and going into the light, into the love, and into everything that is the fifth dimension. Now, don't be fooled. Don't fall for the trap that is known as the mind, that is known as fear. Those forces, the evil cabal, the deep state, the scientism, the corruption that has been here for so long is honestly getting worse. At the same time that the exposure has happened and the awareness of this tyranny, of this darkness comes to the surface, know that light will always prevail. Light will always be that thing that is there guiding us. Now, the question is, are you really going further into that light? Are you taking action to where you need to be on your life in order to experience this firsthand? Not just talk about it, not just share some story or relate. I'm talking about experiencing this consciousness directly, experiencing this energy for what it truly is. We all have to do that. We all have to go within in order to find our true selves. Don't be stuck on the surface. Don't get caught in your senses. Don't get caught in those things that are bringing you temporary satisfaction. I'm talking about something much deeper. I'm talking about something that has been acknowledged in your life that you were simply ignoring until now. This has been coming up over and over again, and you know it. Now it's time to take action on it. Now it's time to really address that thing that you've been longing for. What is it? What is that thing that's been so deep within you that you cannot go back? That's the shift that I'm talking about. No more just treading on the surface. No more just looking at life on the sidelines. We have to go deeper into this energy. We have to go through this. Remember, the only way out is through. The universe always gives you what you want. Always. I'm proof of that. You're proof of that. Everything in your life right now is there because you wanted it. If you're not happy with it, change it. There is scientific evidence now that you can change your belief. You can change the way that you think. You can change everything in your life. It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of using these techniques. Now, if you feel stuck, if you feel like something isn't really going for you and life is just happening for you, no, you have the power to change it. Nobody else can do this for you. That's what we are all doing. We're all on this path together. This great awakening is here for a reason. This energy has come down to planet Earth for a reason. Instead of questioning everything, instead of getting caught in that reactive mode, getting caught in your emotions, let's go through them. Let's contemplate them. Let's ask why we created this. Why is this happening for us, not to us? You see the difference there? There's a shift that has happened, and it's a matter of which vehicle are you using in life. Are you stuck in the matrix? Are you stuck in those limitations that we've created through the mind? Or are you opening your heart? You opening that much deeper, fulfilling energy, which has always been with you. This is the Great Awakening. This is what life is all about. Now is the time. Nobody can do this for you. Now, again, if you feel stuck, no, you have to go within. That's just you being caught on the surface. That's you being caught on this trap that has been set out and laid out for you. And there's no judgment here. It's going to happen again. That trap is there for a reason, to catch you when you're caught in that mirrored consciousness, so you know exactly what to do next. Your emotions are there so you can go through them, not bottle them up, not pent up these feelings and unconsciously eject and vomit them onto somebody else, right? You have to go through this. Now, the good news is the matrix is completely gone. The fifth dimension is finally here. It's the end. I'm serious. It is gone forever. That doesn't mean that the earth isn't here. That doesn't mean that the corruption doesn't exist. What I'm saying is you now have that opportunity to fully embody the fifth dimension, to fully embody that love frequency. All of this is now within you, and you can access it. It was a lot challenging before. Now the veil has been lifted. Now the veil in between each dimension is so thin that you can access it effortlessly. These techniques, the meditation, the tools for higher consciousness have been laid out before us. All we have to do is practice. That's it. Now, how you cultivate this energy, how you bring this into your life is completely up to you. You always have free will. You always will go even further in tune to the truth. Now, you have two options in life. You can go down this road into the mind that is going to lead you into sense gratification, that's going to lead you into more confusion, more suffering, or you can choose love. Open yourself up, let go, surrender, and repeat. Get in tune to this energy. Let it come through you. That's the difference here. We're just channels of energy here. We're actually really doing nothing. You have to get yourself out of the way, not the opposite. It's not inventing some technique or acquiring some tool that is going to bring this energy within you. No, you've already had it. In fact, you've had it the entire time, even before you were born. You had it as a soul before you incarnated in this human body to carry you through this energy. That's the most beautiful part about this process, because when you begin to understand that it was already within you, there's honestly nothing you have to do except open and be ready and receive. That's what we're doing here. Are you open? Are you truly ready to receive? Or are you so locked into your bubble? Are you so fixed upon your beliefs? Are you so strict that you're simply not allowing yourself to receive? That's what this comes down to. Know that all of this has been orchestrated just for you, just so you can wake up, just so you can experience the next level. And if you get caught, that's okay. Remember, it's going to happen again. Always come back to your breath. Always come back to who you truly are. This is happening at a pace, at a rate that is no longer controllable. You'll notice that this has been happening all along, right? This great awakening energy has always been here. There just wasn't as many souls on board, right? You can see the energy feels different now as we go further into 2020. We have now completely solidified the fifth dimension. Moving past into 2020 all the way into 2024, this will be the greatest transformation of your life. The biggest adventure has yet to come. All you have to do, again, is be open and ready to receive. There is nothing to fear. Let your heart be the path. Let the energy come through you. That's what the Kundalini is all about. That's what this third eye opening is all about. You experiencing your true gifts, unlocking your infinite potential. Not being stuck in the mind, not being stuck in the trap, their agenda of who they think you should be. I'm talking about, again, that thing that's fulfilling you on that cellular level. Not what's happening on the mind, not just paying the bills, not just surviving. We are here to do so much more than that. And if you don't act now, life will just pass you by. It's that easy. It's just that simple. This Great Awakening energy has activated something within you. Now, are you taking action on it? We call this karma yoga. Everything has now been rooted in your subconscious. It's as rooted in your light body. These seeds have been planted. Now you have to water them with proper action, proper diet, proper tools to create this higher consciousness. Nobody can do this for you. I'm telling you, this is the greatest time to be alive right now. Don't you understand that you have those two roads laid out before you? You can see the division probably in your family, in your friends, right? Look outside. I mean, come on, this is happening right now. The third dimension and the fear and the darkness and the plague and the conspiracy theories and the darkness and Bill Gates and getting caught in chemtrails and the worrying and the confusion. Or you're going to go into your heart. You're going to go into something much deeper, much more fulfilling than all of those emotions, all of that reactivity. That's the juicy stuff. That's the energy that we are really here to cultivate. Not that thing on the surface. You have to go deeper than that. There is no judgment here. We are in the unconditional love zone. You've entered the most unconditional love frequency right here. I want to give a moment and give a shout out to everybody in the chat. Everybody right now, just the fact that you are here watching this tells me you are a part of this Great Awakening. You want more out of life. You want more than what's just going on right now, than what's happening in your job or what's happening in your relationships. And no, you have to go after it. You have to go even deeper than you ever thought possible. And that doesn't mean just meditating. That doesn't mean just eating clean. That doesn't mean just practicing yoga. I'm talking about all of it, going beyond all of those limitations that were set before us. All of those things were only here to set you apart from everybody else. Now that you know what the path is, now that you know the work that you have to do, there's nobody else except for yourself to do it. So please give yourself that opportunity. Please go within, go deep, go expand your cup greater than you ever thought possible. This is what the opportunity from the universe has given you. That's what this lockdown is all about. That's what this coronavirus is all about. That's what this quarantine, this crazy shift in energy is all about. You can either get caught on the surface and complain about life, or you can use this opportunity to wake up. And haven't you noticed the souls that have come online, the countless souls that are now here propelling us into that fifth dimension? You see, it's always been here. It's just you need more energy to completely cement this into the collective conscious. It might be happening on the individual conscious to certain individual souls. Now we are acquiring this to the higher collective conscious. It's what I call the highest good of all. When you go from those direct actions, when you go from those things in your life that are serving yourself versus serving the highest good of all. And you can notice the politicians, the evilness, the Bill Gates, the vaccines, the craziness that's been going on has been happening because that's not serving the highest good of all. And that will simply go away. Over time, those actions will no longer be acceptable because we are all rooted in the fifth dimension. We are all centered in the heart. So keep going. I know it's happened to you. I know you've experienced this in a very subtle way. Now we have to keep going to let this expand again to the collective consciousness. So wherever you feel stuck, wherever this thing is happening in your life, know it's happening for a reason. That uncomfortable emotion is happening for a reason. Your higher self, the angels, the numerology, all the forces in the universe have orchestrated for this exact event to happen in your life. Bring this all together. Encompass this entire picture of what that means so you can gain clarity on what you need to do to wake up. That's what this is all about. Do not make the mistake that this is just an emotion or that this is just something on the surface. In fact, it's never what you think it is on the surface, right? It's never that thing, that assumption, that expectation that you've labeled or put onto that thing in your life. It's never that thing. It's always something more meaningful. It's always something much deeper than what you think it is. Are you allowing yourself to get into that energy? Are you allowing yourself to really embody that frequency, to create the change? Not just fake it till you make it, not just pretending, not just using the techniques and expecting something magical to happen in your life. No, I'm talking about tangible results, taking direct action on who you are manifesting. What are you aspiring to in this life? This is what the Great Awakening is all about. There has been a huge shift in consciousness. There has been a massive awakening. And then think of it like a teeter-totter, right? We've been playing that dance for so many years now. These forces going back and forth. That is the third dimension. That is the dance between good and evil. We've had wars. We've had wars that created so much tyranny, so much chaos. Okay, now we've transcended all of that. We've transcended the physical. You understand? Is this too much for you? We've transcended everything physical. We figured it out. You know what's happening on the physical now. We have figured out through science, through quantum physics, through every means that the human being is capable of to finally understand that there's actually more than what meets the eye. There's more than just this physical dimension. And this shift happened a long time ago. Now the scientists, now the top creators and inventors of the world have tapped into something beyond physical. They started tampering with energy, started tampering with the improbabilities, right? Something that is beyond something scientific, something fact. So we've entered the unknown. We've entered what I call the spiritual warfare, because now we've entered something completely invisible. So make no mistake that the warfare isn't going to be nuclear. It's not going to be this catastrophic event. There's nothing crazy that you can experience like that any longer. Those are just fears that have been implanted in us from the past. What we're experiencing right now is something invisible, something beyond what you're going to see. These forces are very real. They are very powerful, and you have to be aware of them. Now, in order to combat them, love is the solution. Love will always be that thing guiding you into your creativeness, your energy that makes you you. Think about that thing that makes you you. What is that thing that separates you from the pack? What is that thing that makes the essence of who you truly are? That's what we're cultivating. That's what we need more of in this life, not the artificialness. We have too much of that. We've understood now that that is not going to serve the highest good of all. Now, at the same time, yes, these coincidences are going to keep happening. These synchronicities are going to keep happening. You have to add all of this up to create the bigger picture here of what's truly going on. In yoga, we call this Maya, the illusion that this reality is all that there is. That is the veil that has been cast over us. That is the trap. That is the distraction that has been played out. And there is scientific data to prove it. There is analytics. There is numbers on a screen to help cement that idea in your head that you are just this body, that you are just physical, that you are going to die, or that you are going to create something wrong in your life. And I'm here to tell you that's not possible. You are infinite. You are so much more powerful than who you think you are. So get away from the distractions. Go beyond the surface and practice love, because you'll notice that you, the chosen one, are here and you are anchoring in this new love, and you see everybody that's caught in the trap. You see everybody that gets stuck in fear. And it's just a natural reaction to want to help, to want to lend that rope down to bring them on the ship. Now, I want to let you know that this has to be done in a completely compassionate, loving way. Otherwise, it will completely backfire. Meaning, if you try to wake people up when they're not ready, it will backfire on you in a way that you are just not going to enjoy. So the simple answer is to let them sleep, to practice true unconditional love and embody an even higher frequency in your life. Work on yourself, purify your consciousness to that point where you are so lit, so passionate, so happy about what you're doing that all of those people in fear can do is ask questions. Hey, what are you doing? Why are you so happy? What did you do today that made you feel that way? Then you are there to answer the questions, not just to pop bubbles. I know that's what you want to do, because that's what I want to do. And I get caught in that part of myself too, that just wants to pop bubbles and just wake people up, right? And this is something, again, that is going to happen eventually in their own divine timing. Because don't you recognize it's all perfect? Everything has been laid out before us in such a perfect manner that even you can't question it. Again, we are getting ourselves out of the way, letting this energy come through us. There is nothing to control here. Quite the opposite. In fact, the more you try to control, the more you try to be that orchestrator of everything, in fact, that's where the resistance starts. That's where the suffering begins. So let's do the opposite. Let's go even deeper into the love. Let's go even deeper into that heart energy, that fifth dimension. Let's bring that to planet Earth, and let's start loving each other. I mean, it's just that simple. If you feel caught, if you feel triggered in any way, no, that's exactly where the work you need to do. Nobody else can do that work. You need to do it. I know it's not comfortable. I know those emotions are going to create a lot of friction in your life, but guess what? That fire is exactly what you need to purify those seeds that have been planted. That's the imagination. That's the fuel that we need to burn those seeds that have been planted. Otherwise, they will sprout. All of those seeds are within us. Now, are you watering them? That's what this comes down to. Those beautiful actions, the selfless service, the compassion, the empathy, the joy, the bliss, the gratitude, the higher vibration. That's the frequency we need to embody if you want to manifest something positive in your life and actually get what you want out of the heart, instead of being caught in the mind over and over and over again. Now, as we go forward, as this great awakening comes even more alive, remember that veil is going to get even thinner. This energy is going to be even more pronounced in our life. This energy is going to be so dominant that the lower self, the ego, is going to be so upset that it's going to try to hold on to everything. This is going to happen time and time again. So the better you are at letting go, the more reactive you get, that's the suffering. So why not just let go? Why not just practice that oneness? Here's the technique. I'll lay it out. It couldn't be any simpler. Let go, surrender, and repeat. I'm going to say it one more time for everybody that wasn't listening. Let go, surrender, and repeat. This abundance has always been within you. This energy, this compassion, this empathy has always been within you. That gratitude is there. That joy is there. That bliss is experienced only when you go through it, through those fears, through those limitations. Bring out those skeletons in your closet. Bring out all of those things that make you feel uncomfortable and just look at it and say, yes, I'm ready. I'm open and ready to receive. That's what this is all about. That is what this energy is cultivating right now, giving you the stage, giving you the opportunity to wake up. Make no mistake, because that's exactly what this is about. All of those things that are holding you back, all of those things that are creating the limitations, know that you created them. You. Why did you create it? So you can wake up. Those opportunities are actually a blessing. It's the grace. That's the juicy stuff. That's the energy that we need to propel us beyond those limitations to get out of the mind. Otherwise, you're just going to stay trapped in that bubble. You're going to get so caught up into those comfortable things. You're going to Netflix and chill to the point where you are so disembodied that you are completely starving your soul out. And I know you've had enough of that. I know it doesn't feel comfortable any longer. So it's time to say yes to those opportunities, those doors when they open in your life. It's time to say yes rather than being caught in those comforts, rather than being caught in the bubble that you created. You know when that bubble pops that it's going to be vulnerable. Why not pop it yourself? Why not open your cup? Why not expand this energy? Because as we go forward, I'm telling you, this is going to happen whether you like it or not. That energy is going to come through you whether you like it or not. It's going to demand you to look at your imperfections, to look at your negative emotions, to look at that judging mind. Or it's going to catch you when you're off guard, while you're at work or while you're with your significant other or while you're doing something important like going through the grocery store, at the drive-thru, or at the checkout stand. It's going to happen. I guarantee it. That's what this shift is all about. That's what this great awakening is all about. The shift from the mind and those limitations of who you think you are going into the heart, going into this higher consciousness. And it's up to you. Nobody can do this for you. Nobody can do this for you. Now, at the end of the day, the beautiful lesson with all of this here is that you have the power to do it. Those evil forces, the conspiracy theories, I don't even care what it is, the darkest of the darkest thing, the matrix itself, the most artificial intelligence, the most crazy chemtrail, the most toxic soup of a recipe that you can think of, whatever that thing that you are fearing, doesn't even come close to the power that you contain within yourself. Not even close. In fact, it's quite the opposite, because that limitation was created because you're so powerful, because they were trying to control you. And guess what? That is the end. This is the end. Not the end of the world, not this horrible Hollywood version that we've been programmed to. I'm talking about the end of the third dimension, the end of the matrix, the end of all of those things that were holding you back. That's what this is about. If you go further into this energy, if you go in tune to what's really going on, you know what I'm talking about. Because you're either caught up into the surface, caught up into defending your belief, or you're accepting what is. That's the difference here. Notice that part of yourself when you get reactive, when you get defensive. What are you here to prove? Seriously. Do you truly know what's going on? Do you truly control when your eyes are blinking, when you're digesting food? Do you truly control the exact moment when you were born? Did you fully consciously create the color of your hair or your eye color? Think about that energy. Think about this huge, expansive energy that we call God, Krishna, the universe, whatever label you want to put on that. That is the leading force here. Not you. I don't want to be the one to break it to you. I just had to tell you, because if you feel stuck, it's because you're not letting that energy into your life. You're not allowing your cup to be filled, because you already did it. This all comes back down to free will. So if you're sitting there and you're like, man, I got this whole figured out. I got my soulmate. I got my life figured out. I got this. I got that. The universe is just gonna step back. It's like, cool. He or she's got it figured out. Let's just step back and just enjoy the ride. Or you can say, hey, universe, I'm ready. I'm ready for you to fill me up. I'm ready for my cup to be filled. I am completely empty. I am completely open and ready to receive this abundance. Let's go. Let's do this. See, that's the difference here. Are you doing that? Are you really manifesting that job? Are you creating that? Or are you tapping into something much deeper? Are you tapping into an energy that is beyond yourself, that is beyond your mind? That is the higher dimensions. That is the higher consciousness that I'm talking about. You can use words like the universe or Krishna or God or Jesus. It does not matter. The importance is that you are tapping into something that is beyond yourself. That's the process here. Going beyond your lower self, going beyond the ego, going beyond your mind. Experience who you truly are. It's right here. Call it the Atman, the soul within the soul, the thing that makes you feel connected to the universe itself. Let's cultivate more of that. Let's cultivate even more lovingness, even more presence, even more oneness than you ever thought possible. That's what this is demanding of you right now. And you have the time. In fact, you got nothing to lose. That's what is grateful. That's what you have to be grateful for, because right now you can do this work. Right now you can do the shadow work. Right now you can go within. Right now you can start addressing those self-limiting beliefs. Change the way you think. Change your reality. Create the new earth. Not just get stuck in what's happening. Not just say, oh, that's it. I'll just accept this, I guess. I'll just let go. This is me letting go. I'll just live in my bubble and stay in the comforts, and I'll just order some pizza later and Netflix and chill. Cool, bro. You see what I'm saying? Like, we have to go for something deeper. We have to take that risk. You see, the constructs of the mind are so elaborate that that bubble is literally a reality that is not real. Again, it's Maya. It's the illusion that you are separate from the universe, that you are separate from that expansive energy. And you know you're not. You know in that deeper part of yourself, deepest part of yourself, that you are actually a part of that energy. You are actually a part of something much deeper. Now, how do you access it? That's up to you. How do you channel that energy into your life? That's up to you. I can't do it for you. Mommy can't do it for you. Your lover can't do it for you. Not your husband, not your wife. Nobody can do this for you. You have to be the one to do that inner work. Those skeletons are in your closet for a reason. Let's take them out. Let's say, hey, this is my truth. This is what I had to experience to grow. This is what I had to do to realize my true self. I'm here. I'm honoring this part of myself. I'm honoring the journey. That's what is being demanded of you right now. Now know that this is all a part of the Great Awakening. You create your reality. You create the thoughts that are happening, and you are attaching to them, creating the outcome. So let's change the effectiveness a little bit. Let's change the parameters of the equation. Let's just say, hey, what if I love myself a little bit more, and if I do this action and replace that food with this uplifting food, you're going to get some different results. Now, you're either insane, right? Because you're practicing the same things over again and you're expecting different results. That's what Einstein said. He said, if you practice the same things and expect different results, you are insane. That's the bubble that I'm talking about. That's the agenda that I'm talking about? Are you a part of somebody else's agenda? Are you stuck in somebody else's number? Are you just a 1 and 0 on a screen in the matrix? Or are you that soul, the Atman, here to break free of those limitations, here to show up and show the world what's really going on? So I know you have the capability to do it when you really uncover that part of yourself that says, hey, I've had enough. This all happens when you start to ask questions like, who am I? What am I here to do? What is really beyond the self? What is beyond this thought? What happens if I actually go and take that risk instead of listening to that judging part of myself that wants to stay in the comfort of life? You can do this. Remember, it's just that first moment. It's just that first step in the new direction that's uncomfortable. Everything past that becomes your new reality, becomes the new version of yourself, the most optimal timeline that is centered in the highest passion of yourself, that is creating you and the most infinite consciousness. That is what is being demanded right now. That is the energy that you need to cultivate in your life. So don't make no mistake that this trap, that this thing, this has been cultivated for a reason. Go deeper. If you feel stuck in any way, if you feel that restriction, that energy that is making you feel tight and weak, let go, surrender, and repeat. That is the solution. That is always been the solution. This abundance is who you truly are. You can manifest anything. Once that Kundalini is online, once your third eye is open, you are unstoppable. They don't want your Kundalini online. They want you controlled. They want you in that job, paying taxes, serving the man, serving their agenda. Now you can break free of that. Actually, it's never been easier right now in 2020 moving forward to break free of the matrix. Seriously. There has never been more millionaires born, more successful people, more opportunities to break the attachment from your old way of thinking. Seriously, the science is alive. There are many ways to really bring clarity on how to do it than ever. Don't just take my word for it. If you don't want to try my techniques, if you don't want to try meditating and talk about yoga and the stuff that I'm into, cool. I'm telling you, there are many ways to do this. Don't just do what I do. Go for it. Find what works for you. There's so much that you can take advantage of right now in 2020 that will create that new income, that will create that life that you truly want. Are you willing to take the risk? Are you willing to take that leap of faith that is going to propel you to it? That's the question. Don't blame the mistake. Don't blame the messenger, right? Focus on the energy. Focus on going in tune with your vibration, encompassing even higher vibration than you ever thought possible. That's what this is about. And know that you are being guided along the way. Know you've always been guided. The fact that you're here right now, that you clicked on this video, that you were a part of this, tells me that you have been guided this entire time. Your angels have always been there. The guides, the higher self, all of this is real. All of this is the real reality. It's here for you to take advantage of. It's here for you to tap into. The more you let go of the mind, the more you let go of those obstacles that are creating the resistance in the first place, the more you can experience this higher consciousness. It's all up to you. Go deeper than you ever thought possible. Go so deep into yourself. Go so deep that you completely lose track of the mind. You withdraw all of your senses. You are not this body. You are not your thoughts. You are so much more than that. Remember, the third dimension is now gone. The matrix is gone. This is the end of the world as we know it. That old paradigm is completely gone. It's extinct. It's called the old paradigm for the reason. Now it's time to embody the new paradigm, the fifth dimension, the love, the bliss, the joy. everything in this is happening for a reason. Just keep going. Go deeper than you ever thought possible. I want to thank all of you for being here. I want to thank everybody for being a part of this energy. Thank you for being here with me. This is a very exciting time to be alive. Know that you're here during the live video. This is the best way to get here because all of my content is being censored. I'm not going to lie. There's been a lot of censorship happening. So if you want to get in tune to your journey and bring more clarity on what's really going on, consider joining my inner circle group. This is where we talk on a private text messaging app called Signal. We communicate 24/7. You get access to all of my YouTube videos, all of my content, my guided meditations. Everything is at a special discounted rate, if not free. I get a lot of content and a lot of things that you can benefit from. So if you want to take it to that next level, consider joining all of us on patreon.com/theinfinitecup. The link is right here in the description of this video. I'm here for you anytime to answer your questions. Please don't hesitate. We are here for you. The Inner Circle group is alive. I'm accepting new members right now. All you have to do is sign up in the description of this video. We would love to have you because I want to spend time with the people that really need this energy, okay? I know there's a lot of you right now that are curious and you want to take it to the next level, so I'm inviting you to come with us because the High Vibe Tribe is here. The people that know what's going on, that have already anchored in the fifth dimension are here, and we would love for you to be a part of this. So thank you again, everybody. Thank you so much for being a part of this great awakening, and until next time, I love each and every one of you. Peace, infinite love, namaste.